Hello and welcome to the John Ark Show. Today's episode is called Buying a Home Now Impossible for a Lot of People. Before I begin, I want to encourage you to subscribe to our channel for free. You can also like, comment, and follow us. We're going to have a lot of great celebrity interviews coming up, so make sure to click on that notification bell so you can be notified every time we upload a new episode. Also, we ask that you post a link to today's show on all your social media to let everyone know about the show. Now, let's get started. Buying another home now is impossible for a lot of people. And that is a very disturbing trend. It's not just a trend, it's an eventuality for people who don't have cash to buy a home. So first, let's begin with why this is happening, and then we'll discuss why it's such a serious threat to everybody's future. The first reason it's happening is because of high interest rates. The rate increases for a lot of people on mortgages are now so horrific that the idea of selling their current home, which may have a 3 or 4% interest rate on the mortgage, and buying another one which may have 7 or 8% interest rate, it is catastrophic for people. It's just not possible. What if you own your home free and clear? Can you still sell it? Of course you can, but the number of potential buyers who can buy it has been reduced dramatically. What about seller financing, like land contracts? Is that still possible? Yes, but it is very risky. Remember, people who can't afford a mortgage tend to have much weaker credit and poor financial capabilities. And their earning power is probably much lower as well. Do you really want to essentially rent your home out to people who aren't very strong financially? What if they or their kids destroy the house? Are you going to try and chase them through the court system now in order to force them out and collect your damages, recoup your costs? Good luck with that. Next, it appears that many states are now allowing insurance companies to skyrocket the price of home insurance, and this is causing a huge problem. For those of you who aren't familiar with this phenomenon, you should know that in some cities and states, monthly insurance costs are now exceeding monthly mortgage costs. How many people do you think can endure that for how long? And if they decide to hit the eject button and sell their homes and try and leave, how many of the new prospective buyers do you think will be able to afford similar home insurance costs? It's just too expensive. It's prohibitive. So what happens next? Well, this means that people either won't be able to purchase another home or they will be forced to stay in their current homes. But that may not be possible either. If you have to sell but can't find a buyer, then what? Are you going to rent out your current home? Maybe, but that's a risky proposition these days. Some renters in some states are turning into tenant terrorists. They will quickly stop paying their rent, and in some states, they will use legal delay tactics to avoid leaving for as long as possible. That means you'll have to continue paying the mortgage on that house for a long time because they can't or won't. Now, I once had a tenant who refused to leave the house. She stopped paying rent a while back, and she just refused to leave the house. Her claim was that God didn't want her to leave the property, and God didn't want her to pay the rent. Now, this was a huge problem getting her to leave. This woman was in her 80s and extremely frail and fragile, and so I had a family member who was extremely religious, and they saw her as somebody who needed genuine help. And so, they were sort of complicating the issue because I didn't want to put her out on the street, but at that time, I could not afford to let her occupy the property for free. So this went on for a long time, and eventually my mother was able to talk to her, and we decided that I would give her some money to relocate and rent somewhere else, and that way we'd get her out of this property and just move on, and everybody would be happy. The next problem compromising people's ability to purchase a home now is that market prices are falling. If you purchased a home over the last few years for, let's say, $500,000, then you may be shocked to see what its current valuation is on Zillow or elsewhere. So some homes are falling fast when you go to Zillow to check their valuations. And this is where people get Zillow shock. And that's what happens when you're stunned to see what the latest very low valuation of your recently purchased home is. And some of the people who get hit hardest are people who purchased very high-end, very expensive homes. Why is that? Because some cities are now adding crazy new taxes to expensive homes. I know people who live in very expensive homes that are stunned by their new tax bills. Mansion tax bills are getting crazy. I know people who are thinking of leaving the city or state they reside in and moving to another state because their new tax bills are so high. If you think that's a stretch, then do a Google search of abandoned celebrity homes. You won't believe how many abandoned celebrity homes or mansions there are out there. Why do you think they're abandoned? It's because their taxes were constantly increasing, so they couldn't continue to support the home. When you see a mansion in a growing state of disrepair, then you know there's a problem there as well. A lot of these homes look like they're owned by drug addicts. So what direction is all of this going in? We suspect that the more difficult it becomes for people to purchase another home, the more upward pressure this will exert on the rental market and raise rental prices. Renting homes is also going to be very challenging. Have you seen the growing way that many once very nice apartment complexes have deteriorated? It's very disturbing. A lot of them no longer have roaming security to check things out. Security vehicles, security guards walking the complex. They refuse to pay for that now. It's not good out there, people. Good luck. Thank you for watching. I want to encourage you to subscribe to our channel for free. You can also like, comment, and follow us. We're going to have a lot of great celebrity interviews coming up, so make sure to click on that notification bell so you can be notified every time we upload a new episode. Also, we ask that you post a link to today's show on all your social media to get the word out. Thank you, and we shall talk to you soon. Bye-bye.